Hello everyone, Clint here. Hope everybody is doing great today. Today I'm coming at you with a video. I want to talk about specifically the iPhone. Now I usually dual carry an iPhone of some kind and an Android phone. And although I do tend to lean towards Android phones as my primary device just because they come in different kinds of form factors. You got your folding phones, all kinds of different brands make Android phones, and they're all a little bit different. And since I'm a tech head, I really do enjoy that. But I do like my iPhone a lot. There are definitely some of the things that iPhone does and that does it really well, and Android doesn't even come close on some of those things. So I'm actually going to talk about five. There's more than five. There's more than five things, but let's talk about five particular things that my iPhone does that I wish these Android devices would also do. So let's get going. Number one, I'm just going to start with the biggest one right here, and probably one of the reasons why I still carry an iPhone every day, and that is shortcuts. So the shortcut app on an iPhone is absolutely phenomenal. I love that thing. I use this thing for everyday time tracking, for it to do cool stuff, make Siri do things. Shortcuts is fantastic. And Shortcuts is really just kind of like, Tasker or MacroDroid or something like that, but so much easier to use and so much more powerful. And the reason is because of the deep integration it has with the apps. So I can hit one shortcut and it can make 4 or 5 different apps do something in the background, turn them on, turn them off, add stuff, do things, create Google Sheets, create notes in the background. It does all kinds of stuff just because of the integration with the apps. And I absolutely love that. And then the way it controls the complete phone if you need to. Shortcuts is as just, you can just Google shortcuts on YouTube, and there's some just amazing things that some of these guys can do with shortcuts. And I have 38 shortcuts right now, and I probably use 8 to 10 of these every single day. And so I always have an iPhone in my pocket because I'm so used to just being able to click those and have 4 or 5 different things happen at one time. And it takes me, minutes to set these up. It's really, really cool. I can't believe Google and Android have not even come anything close. Samsung has tried, with quick commands, routines. It's not even close, guys. It's just not absolutely close at all. But shortcuts, definitely one of the things that I absolutely love on iPhone that I wish if Android came up with some shortcut action that controlled individual apps the way this one does, then I would be all over that. So next one is focus mode. So the iPhone uses focus modes. And Android has kind of a light version of focus modes, and it is just not the same. And I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. And it is, you can go into your focus modes here, and I have some of these focus modes here. One I use a lot every day. Actually, I use several of these every single day, but like my fitness focus mode, if you look at my phone here, this is something that it does that I can just turn that fitness mode on, and it completely changes your entire phone. So I just have one home screen. This is all I need to do my fitness stuff for the morning, and it just turns it on. And I have it set up for certain people that can contact me, certain people that can't contact me, but it turns on this particular screen, and that is all I got, and that is all I need to do, and it just makes things easier. And you can create these focus modes to do all kinds of different things, and mine, of course, is actually set on a shortcut. So when I wake up in the morning, I hit this wake up shortcut, and it does several different things. One of the things that it does is turn on that focus mode. So through the shortcut, I can turn on the focus mode. I hit the one button. About 4 different things happen in my house. A couple things have happened on the phone, and then it turns on that focus mode, and then voila, I am back in business on the thing in the morning there, and I am good to go. And all I got to do is create another shortcut, and that shortcut, I just click that button and it goes right back to normal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's not even close on Android. There's nothing like it that I've been able to replicate. Can't get that going. It is really, really good. So the next thing I specifically want to talk about is CarPlay. So CarPlay, of course, is the version of the iOS iPhone action that you use in your car. And we can debate till the end of time whether CarPlay is better than Android Auto. But one thing that CarPlay does that Android Auto does not do is an example of I have my garage door set up to Apple Home, and as I approach my house, it automatically knows and switches into a different mode and pulls up my garage door, so I can just hit the button as I'm pulling up and it opens the garage door. The other thing that CarPlay does is it will open up my garage door without requiring a PIN. Google Assistant requires a PIN to open up my garage door, which is cool. I mean, that's an extra safety feature. I'm cool with that. But CarPlay does not do that. And I mean, CarPlay does not require the PIN, and Android Auto doesn't do that cool thing where it just pops it back up, which is pretty darn awesome. I really like that. Next thing I want to talk about real quick is the widget page. So, you know, for the longest time, iPhone didn't have widgets that you can place all over the screen, which I do like the widgets action on iPhone. It works really good. But one thing I really do like is the widget page here on the left. Now, of course, on our Android phones, most of the time when you go to the side, you get like some kind of Google feed or some action like that. Here we have the widget page here. So, you can just stack your widgets up, which depending on what I'm doing, sometimes I'll have more widgets and less widgets. But right now, I really like how you can just scroll through your widgets and you don't have to go through, you know, okay, that widget is on this page, let's say, and I could just kind of just go over, and it's way easier just to scroll right through your widgets. Absolutely cool. I really like this a lot. I've always liked this, and it's really great. So, and especially for widgets you only look at, you know, every once in a while. Like I just kind of scroll over here and I look at the stock widget. I probably do that once a day and that's it. I really don't want to open the app to do that when I can just kind of scroll over and bam, there you go. Same thing with my morning page or my sleep page here. I just want to look at that one time and go. And same thing with the weather, even though I do have weather over here on my stacked widget. And then these widgets right here I use constantly. So these ones is my timer app. So I'm constantly pushing those buttons all the time. That's the reason why that one is in there. I really like the side widget. If there's a home, I don't know, launcher or something like that in Android that allows you to do this, please let me know, because it is super handy and I would like to have that on my Android phones also. Last thing, number 5, real quick is, and I can't remember what iOS version it came into, but it was when Apple was all about the machine learning, which was machine learning was, you know, the precursor to AI. And one of the things that did that is on the Spotlight search. So anytime you pull down anywhere on an iPhone, you get Spotlight search. And what happens on Spotlight search is it'll give you, this is where you search for your apps. It also tells you where you, basically where you search for your apps, everything, right? So all your stuff you can search for, contacts, notes, everything. It's really good. Spotlight search is awesome, but that's not what I was going to talk about. Specifically, what I was going to talk about is the Siri suggestions here at the top. It does a phenomenal job of figuring out what I want. And it takes a little while for it to figure out your habits, but once it does, most of the time, I can just swipe down and what I want to go to is right in that area right there. Like, I don't know if it figures out the time of the day that I open that app a lot or something, but it's really, really good. And I've never seen an Android phone be able to just nail it, you know, 90% of the times. And I'm telling you, like 9 out of 10 times, I can swipe down there and the app I want is going to be in the Siri suggestions. So it is really, really handy, and it does a good job on that particular thing. So yeah, so iPhone, if you've never used an iPhone, it's very interesting. It has lots of limitations compared to an Android phone, but it does do some really cool things, and I cannot shout out enough for shortcuts. If Google can figure out how to get a shortcut system that is as good as iPhone's, I will be rocking a Pixel instead of a Samsung phone. So anyways, thanks. Tell me what you guys like. If you like specific things on the iPhone, let me know. I could do another video of these because I can guarantee I can find five more things that are only on iPhone that are super cool that I wish were on these phones. And I can tell you right now, there's obviously lots of things in an Android phone that I wish were on an iPhone. Let me know. Have a good one. See you on the next time.